Today, we are going to cover in a very short video a new report that supposedly has credible, very specific plans to hit our grid. So stick around. This is going to be a good one. Just want to remind you, all of the sources today are going to be over on marfogglenews.com. If you don't believe what I'm saying, go check my work and see where we're getting this for you to believe this, because this is exactly what we have been talking about. Only I think that there might be a spin here because they want the feds want you to believe it's coming from a specific direction. My opinion is that we don't know what direction this will come from, but they're obviously letting us know and putting it in the back of our heads that our grid is at risk. So I'll just repeat a couple of bullet points that I took down. It says, report says that feds have uncovered, quote, credible, specific plans to attack our U.S. power grid. The report was dated yesterday on Monday, and it says that extreme groups in the United States appear to have increasingly viewed attacking the power grid as a means of disrupting the country, according to a government report aimed at law enforcement agencies and utility operators. So essentially for the people that will be fixing this and for the law enforcement that will be responding. Basically, they're telling police and other agencies, hey, our grid might go down. You need to prepare for that option. It says that domestic extremists have developed credible, specific plans to attack electricity infrastructure since at least 2020. So remember, so now they're actually pointing it at a specific group. In fact, they're pointing it inward to our own country. It says, according to the report from the Department of Homeland Security's Office of Intelligence and Analysis, the document dated Monday was obtained Tuesday by the Associated Press. So this is AP. Again, this is something that is going to be mainstream, but yet it's going to go to the back burner on most everyone's minds. Most people are not going to pay attention to this. If you have friends and family, I would highly recommend sharing this out, because obviously they have no idea about this, and especially if you've been telling them to get their ducks in a row for a while now, this is probably as good of time as ever. Now, whether you believe the reasons behind this or not, they are telling us on top of the 2018 EMP resilience report that essentially told every American to have 6 months to a year of food just in case we lose our grid. They are now telling them that they have credible, very specific plans, and they know about it. Before any previous large event, we have seen these kind of reports come out, and almost every time they say, oh my gosh, they had warning of this beforehand. Why didn't they act? They had actual warnings. This was in memos. And now we have exactly that. And most people are not paying attention to it. It says the report warns that this X group, Reamists, are adhering to a range of ideologies, will likely continue to plot and encourage physical events against electrical infrastructure, which includes more than 6,400 power plants and 450,000 miles of high voltage transmission lines that span the country. They're talking about specific kinds of events here. It says it comes as both the FBI and DHS have repeatedly warned, and again, all of those previous warnings, how many of you have seen that pushed to the very forefront, right? Apparently, there is one direction that is putting that in everybody's face, right? They're basically saying that it's a huge threat and it's going to happen, right? It said it comes as both of them are repeatedly warned in recent months that the U.S. Face a heightened threat from these internal bad guys. It says the grid is viewed as a target based on a series of incidents in recent years, as well as online discussions in and conspiracy-minded forums. Because transmission lines and substations are often in remote areas, and because outages may result in frustration and divisions within American society, a federal law enforcement official said. Basically, they're saying that the U.S. is planning to take down the U.S. Apparently, and again, you can have your opinion on it. I would say keep it clean, because this is pretty big. It says they feel that disrupting, and these are all quotes from officials. It says they feel that disrupting the electrical supply will disrupt the ability of government to operate. The official said on condition of anonymity to discuss a report that has not been publicly released. And secondly, by conducting these events against the communications and electrical infrastructure, it will actually accelerate the coming civil conflict, and they use the W word, that they anticipate, because it will disrupt lives of so many people that they will lose faith in government. So they're saying that they would do this to then make everybody think badly about how well our government is doing, and then everybody will lose faith and all of a sudden turn on whatever side they believe in, right? Again, I don't know what their sources are, but over the last few years, we have seen a lot of things being put out that are not true. But one thing I do know, though, is I know that all world governments have different kind of operations and things going on at all times. This, again, is something that people need to pay attention to. This is going to be put out there so then they can bookmark it later and go, well, we told you. This is something that is obviously now on the tail end of course, this big thing that's been spreading for 2 years, and now basically all sorts of things have been just dropped. And now everyone is focused on Russia and China, and now they're basically like, oh, that's over with. Now it's conflict time. Squeezed all the juice out of this, grabbing that. So I highly recommend people pay attention to this. Make sure to share this out with friends and family. We are independent. We don't have a multi-channel network. We are not supported by a multi-billion-dollar company. We're supported by the Mafia. If you guys want to check out our sources on marfogglenews.com, make sure to go do so. You will see for yourself. We also have other episodes with the DHS reports asking for mass fatality tracking systems and all sorts of stuff. So check that out. And then if you do want to support us in any way, we actually have many affiliates that have products that would help you prepare for any kind of situation, including marfogglenews.com/EMP. You can end up going over there and getting a huge discount and protect yourself against an EMP. Again, they're saying that this one is actually from inside, right? So I doubt that Bob, Steve, or Bill will have one of those. But again, they might be... my opinion is that they might be saying this because they know of something else and never let something go to waste, right? So again, you can protect yourself against EMP at marfogglenews.com/EMP, and you can actually stock yourself up at marfogglenews.com/prep. Any of those, when you go there, not only will you get a discount on things like 1 month and 3 month supplies of food, but you will also help the channel. Again, we only get something if you go and buy something. It's a commission, and you get a discount. So it helps everybody, and it helps run the show. So thank you guys. Again, everybody, I hope people are paying attention with everything that's going on. Also, make sure to go over and follow our other sister channel, Marfoggle TV. We're going to be talking about a couple other things over there. Again, that will be just in a few minutes here. So thank you guys. Be safe.